Let me ask you something. Two people start saving money on the exact same day. Same income, same city, same expenses. 5 years later, one of them has hit $100,000. The other has $11,000. What happened? On the left, savings crawl to 11%. On the right, compounding races to 100. Stay with me. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a secret investment. It was one thing, and almost nobody talks about it. The first $100,000 isn't just a number. It's a threshold, a wall, a psychological and mathematical barrier that separates people who build real wealth from people who stay on the treadmill their entire lives. Today I'm going to break down exactly why that wall exists, using math, psychology, and real-world data. And more importantly, I'm going to show you the fastest, legitimate path to break through it, no matter where you are in the world. But before we go any further, if you're serious about building wealth and taking control of your financial life, hit that like button right now and subscribe so you never miss a video like this. I post every week on money, mindset, and the strategies that actually work. All right, let's get into it. Tap subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated. New wealth lessons every week. Here's the cold truth. Saving $100,000 is not twice as hard as saving $50,000. It's closer to 10 times as hard. Why? Because of how money actually grows. Watch the compounding curve rise. Your path to $100,000 starts flat, then surges as growth accelerates and interest builds on itself. Let's look at a real example. Say you invest $500 a month at a 7% annual return, which is a globally realistic long-term average. In year one, you earn about $200 in returns. Barely noticeable. In year 5, maybe $2,500 in returns that year. Still feels slow. But once you cross $100,000, your money starts generating over $7,000 per year in returns, without you adding a single cent. This is compounding, and before $100K, compounding barely feels real. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. But past that line, the boulder starts rolling on its own. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's legendary partner, once said that getting to your first $100,000 is the hardest thing you'll ever do financially. He called it critical. The first $100,000 is a BH, but you gotta do it. Charlie Munger. Now here's what's even more brutal than the math, the psychology. Most people give up before they ever reach 100K, not because they couldn't do it, because they stopped believing it was possible. Motivation dips and rises, but the trend points forward. Keep going. Each step brings you closer to that 100,000 mark. This is called the progress plateau illusion. When you're saving $500 a month and your account says $8,000, your brain doesn't feel progress. But the truth is, you're building habits. You're building systems. You're building the infrastructure of wealth. The account will catch up. Your discipline won't wait for it. In countries like the United States, the UK, Germany, Singapore, Australia, the problem isn't access to investing. The problem is people quitting in the middle of the invisible part of the curve before compounding kicks in. Now I want to address something. This isn't just a problem for people in high-income countries. Whether you earn $15,000 a year or $150,000 a year, the principles are the same. The numbers change. The strategy adapts. But the challenge is universal. Across regions, the rules don't change. Zoom into your country and compare. Your savings rate is the lever that moves everything. The key variable isn't your income. It's your savings rate, the percentage of income you actually put to work. Someone earning $30,000 a year with a 25% savings rate will outperform someone earning $100,000 a year with a 5% savings rate every single time. If you're in an emerging economy, your cost of living advantage can actually accelerate this faster than people in expensive cities think. A person in Southeast Asia saving $400 a month in US-denominated index funds is playing a more powerful game than a New Yorker saving $400 a month due to the cost of living delta. Alright, now let's talk about what you can actually do. Here are 5 proven strategies to reach 100K faster. Not shortcuts, not hype. Real moves. Here's our 5-step roadmap. Automate. Use broad index funds, cut leaks, grow income, and protect the goal relentlessly. Strategy number 1. Automate your savings before you think. The moment your income hits your account, an automated transfer moves 20–30% out immediately. No willpower, no debate. You never see it, so you never miss it. This single step has been shown to triple long-term savings rates across behavioral economics studies globally. Strategy number 2. Invest in broad index funds early. Don't wait until you have enough to invest. $50 in an index fund the day you start beats $1,000 you invest 3 years from now in terms of compounding time. Platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, eToro, Zeroda, Stashaway, depending on your country, make this accessible from nearly anywhere on Earth. Strategy number 3. Ruthlessly kill your biggest cost leak. Most people have one expense category eating 30–40% of their potential savings. For some, it's a car payment. Others, it's eating out. Others, it's a subscription graveyard. Identify it, reduce it, redirect it. One cut can shave 18 months off your timeline to $100K. Strategy number 4. Increase your income, not just your frugality. Cutting costs has a floor. Income has no ceiling. A second skill, a weekend side hustle, a freelance project, a promoted position, any income increase that gets fully invested doesn't just add to your total. It multiplies your compounding base. Even an extra $200 month invested from age 25 can be worth over $60,000 by the time you're 40. Strategy number 5. Treat $100K as a non-negotiable identity goal. The people who reach $100K fastest aren't the ones who try. They're the ones who decided, full stop. They don't touch the fund for a vacation. They don't dip in for a car upgrade. $100K is the line. Everything before it is protected capital. This mindset shift alone separates the people who get there from the people who circle $40,000 for a decade. Side by side, disciplined action beats drifting. With the strategies, each bar climbs faster and the gap widens over time. Here's the part nobody tells you. Once you hit $100,000, the game genuinely changes. Not just mathematically, psychologically. You stop worrying about money the same way. You stop making fear-based financial decisions. You have options. You have leverage. You can negotiate a job offer differently. You can take a calculated risk on a business. You can weather a job loss without panic. The first $100K is the bottleneck. After that, wealth builds on itself. The second $100,000 takes significantly less time. The third, even less. This isn't theory. This is the math of compounding playing out over decades. Every dollar you protect and invest before you reach $100K is worth magnitudes more than a dollar invested after you've already made your first million. The hardest part of becoming wealthy isn't making money. It's surviving the boring, invisible years before the curve bends in your favor. So here's your takeaway. The first $100,000 is hard because of math, because of psychology, and because nobody around you is talking about it honestly. But now you know the truth. You know what the wall is. You know why it exists. And you know exactly how to break through it. Start today, not next month, not when the time feels right. Today. Automate one transfer, open one account, make one decision. If this video gave you something real, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe so you never miss the strategies that actually move the needle. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for weekly strategies and track your progress. Your first 100,000 starts now. Let's build it together.